What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about some theme park news, some very interesting theme park news with an ex-Legoland PR relations director suing, claiming discrimination because he was the only male in an all-female office. That sounds pretty interesting right there. I wonder what the Blue Checkmark Brigade and the woke Hollywood culture has to say about this. I'm pretty sure we're not going to hear anything from them, but you could bet your ass if this was a woman suing for discrimination against an otherwise all-male office, you can bet your ass this would be front page news everywhere on Twitter, and we would be hearing the outrage, and that is the most hilarious part about this. Now, we do cover theme parks at Geeks and Gamers. We have a theme park channel called Park Hoppin'. It would be wonderful if you go and subscribe over there. We've got some really cool things in the works. Drunk 3PO, Tugs, and other members of the Geeks and Gamers team do a fantastic job over there, so please consider going and subscribing over there. Thank you. Okay, so let's jump into this story. Ex-Legoland Public Relations Director suing, claiming discrimination as the only man in an otherwise all-female office. Well, I heard women couldn't get jobs. I don't think this is actual equality and representation. So I really think that woke Hollywood needs to step up in here, because I mean, if they've taught me anything, they've taught me that equality is our most important. It's the foundation of our existence, and I don't think that's proper equality. The only man in an otherwise all-female office, and he's being discriminated against. That sounds like a very toxic environment. Let's jump into it. Legoland, Florida's former head of public relations, who helped generate publicity for the park's expansion last year, is now suing the company, saying that he was discriminated against working as the only man in a female department. Nope, that's not equality. Not at all. I'm so glad woke Hollywood has been preaching about equality and representation and how important it is. Can't wait for them to... I just can't wait to hear Mark Ruffalo preach about this. In Polk Circuit Court, Sean Mikas, 34, filed a civil suit asking for more than $30,000 in damages against Legoland, Florida, last month. Micah said he was yelled at and humiliated regularly during his 8-month tenure at the Winter Haven attraction before he was wrongfully fired, according to his lawsuit. Legoland doesn't comment on pending litigation. Park's spokeswoman. Well, look at there, we got a spokeswoman. A spokeswoman speaking for an all-female office that is accused of discriminating against the only man. Very interesting, Kelly Hornick said when asked for a reaction to the suit. Legoland hired him in November 2018, several months before the park debuted new rides in Lego Movie World. After 2 weeks in his position, Mike has implemented a multi-phase plan to launch and sustain media exposure of Legoland's largest investment and biggest addition in park history, the lawsuit said. Jillian Smith, Legoland's marketing and sales vice president, denigrated his work immediately, using belittling and harassing words, the lawsuit said. Micah said he faced criticism when he explained media trends. Smith accused him of making excuses. The lawsuit said when a female colleague presented similar information, her response was it was vital industry information, the lawsuit said. Micah said he was regularly humiliated and told there were problems with his work without getting any feedback on how to fix it, the lawsuit said. Micah said he was the only full-time male employee in his 18-person department. I need to see more representation and equality. Thank you, Hollywood, for highlighting how important this is. I seriously cannot wait for Hollywood, for the Mark Ruffalos and the Chris Evans to so bravely speak up for this minority male in an all-female work environment. I know they're going to do it. I just believe it in my heart. In June 2019, he complained to Human Resources about Smith shortly after he was fired. July 19, 2019, without ever receiving a warning or formal discipline, the suit said. His attorney defended Micah's work amid the firing. He has accomplished it. Okay, so that's just lawyer speak. When anybody is subjected to a firing, it creates a pretty emotional situation. This is your sense of identity. When you wake up in the morning, it's not, who am I going to talk to today? What stories am I going to tell? You don't have that. After Micah's left his job, Legoland laid off a small number of employees in October. A spokeswoman said, another spokeswoman said, declining to give exact numbers when contacted by the Sentinel in November. We are restructuring our line of reports, affecting 1% of our total employees in order for continued growth and financial success, according to a statement provided by spokeswoman Chloe Boehm. Legoland, like other Central Florida theme parks, has been shut down since March amidst the you-know-what. It recently conceded that it has been slow with the process, refunds, and bookings made before the shutdown, yada, yada, yada. So it's talking about all this stuff. That's just, corporate speak at this point. So a very interesting situation here that I think it's a fact that if this were reversed and this was a woman claiming discrimination against an otherwise all male-led office, this would be front page news. This would be plastered all over the mainstream media. Woke Hollywood would be screaming to the heavens about how unfair this is because they're not worried about the facts of the case. They're not worried about the situation. They're worried about the optics, and they're worried about how they can twist that narrative. But now here you have an all-female, led department. But I was told women can't work. They can't find jobs. There's no representation. There's nothing. And yet here we are. Now, again, a lot of sarcasm. I've been talking in a very sarcastic tone. Those of you that watch this channel know that. The people that are going to clip certain things I say on Twitter don't understand sarcasm. But I'll drop the sarcasm now, and I'll be serious for a moment. Shout out to Drunk3PO for telling me about this story. And again, Drunk3PO does a great job over on Park Hoppin'. Please go subscribe to that channel. And subscribe to Drunk3PO. Get him to 10,000 subs. That is my brother. Go help him out. All right, so ultimately, I'm not here to make a judgment on this case. I don't know. Obviously, you look at the standard of, our culture right now and big business, and it's pretty easy to assume that they have probably went woke and just went on a we need more female representation hiring spree. And once you get, a large group of people, it's easy to, for them to gang up on someone else. That's just theorizing. I have no idea. This guy, for all I know, this guy could have been shitty at his job. This guy could have been an asshole. This guy could have been trying to hit on all the women, for all I know. Nobody really knows. My point is when these situations are brought up in different perspectives, certain people with bigger platforms that are out there to push an agenda will tell you exactly what's going on and then make a definitive claim about what has already happened. I don't know what has happened. I just think it's a very funny story from an optics standpoint because you're not going to hear much about this from the same people that would use this story otherwise. I guess time will tell. There will probably be more investigations that goes into this, and then more facts will hopefully come out. If you've never been to Legoland, I have not, but I know Drunk3PO has gone to Legoland, and I know he has some planned coverage for Park Hoppin' in the future. I would like to go to Legoland, to be honest, though. I would like to go check it out, but we'll hear more about how their business works, and then I would make a decision if I want to support them financially from my standpoint. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It'll be interesting to see. But again, the story is one thing. How people in the media and Hollywood handle these stories, that is a complete different situation, and that is what I like to highlight. I like to highlight the hypocrisy. I like to highlight how they will pick and choose based on the narrative, based on the women are never getting hired, men dominate these industries, and here you have a clear case of that not being true, And now you have a man bringing a discrimination lawsuit against women. And I want to see that plastered all over the headlines on CNN and MSNBC. And I don't think I'm going to. I don't think Chris Evans and Mark Ruffalo and all of the brave male feminists on social media are going to be highlighting this story. So if you don't mind, please share the video, like the video, comment below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Fuck Naughty Dog. And we will talk to you later.